You can't change the world around you until you've changed the world within you.
Staci Wallace, resurrecting your brand to reinvent your life. And I want to give you an update on the hail damage that, of course, you probably heard that we had major hail damage here in Arkansas. And it just so happens that the most of the hail damage happened right here around us. In fact, hold on just a second. I'm going to go get some hail. Stay there. Okay, so I'm coming back to show you just a few. Now these have melted down because it's been about a week. Just a little bit of the hail that hit our house and our cars. And so what does that mean? Well, what it means is that dents, holes, amazing catastrophe. I've never seen hail like it before. And so we were out with the adjusters today, and I was watching them go through the details of having to tell us how much damage, $13,000 on the roof and over $5,000 on our car. So what does that mean? Well, what it means is that despite the fact that things like that happen, you have two things that you can do. Number one, you can buckle under pressure and you can get stressed out about all the details that are going on in your life. Or you can choose to believe that all things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to His purpose. Now, we always say this, and it's kind of been a motto of our family because we've been through a lot of things over the last 40 years of me personally of life, of watching how God always works the details out for our good. An example is just a few years ago, our house burned down. Of course, it was a large house and 4-alarm fire, and there was all kinds of media and press out watching it burn down. And I remember sitting on the edge of the street watching my house burning. We had gotten the kids out, the dog out, so everybody was okay. And I sat there and I watched it, and I had this absolute peace in my heart. Well, one of the journalists came over to me and said, "Are you the owner?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." And she said, "Well, why are you so calm? How can your house be burning down? You're losing your possessions. How can you be so calm?" And I looked at her and I said, "You know, it's my faith. Because things like this happen in life. Some people lose people that they love dearly. Houses burn down. There's car accidents. There's things that you just don't plan for. But what I do know is because I've been through it enough times to know that in every circumstance, all things work together for good." And I sat there that day on the side of the road, and I began to realize that, you know what? You can stress in the storm, or you can learn to dance through the rain. And as I sat there, I wrote a song that is about believing the best, even when the worst of life is displayed. And I wrote this little song that day. I've never recorded it, but it goes like this. It says, "Thanks for the joy that you've given to me. Lord, thanks for your love unconditionally. Oh, thanks for peace in the midst of this storm. Lord, I thank you. Yes, I thank you." And it goes on and it talks about being grateful and thankful, even when life throws you a curveball. And I don't know who needs to hear this today, but I thought as I was watching the adjusters tell me that I need a new roof on my house, I thought maybe there's some things in your life that seem really detrimental, devastating today in your life. Maybe it's finances, maybe it's a relationship, maybe you've lost somebody you love. Well, we don't always understand it. In the middle of the storm or in the middle of the fire, sometimes it's hard to see the answers in the details. But given time, all things really do work together for good. It's happened in our life. It's going to happen with our roof. We're going to get a new roof. In fact, the guys that are coming out to put on the roof found out that there were some things that the first folks did wrong, and they're going to put on an even better roof. We're going to be able to get our gutters replaced and some things that it's just going to work out to be a blessing for our family. And I know it sounds trivial to some of the things you might be going through, but I truly believe if you will give thanks, all things really do work together for good to them that love God and are called according to His purpose. This is Staci Wallace helping you resurrect your brand and reinvent your life.